Listen closely. This story is not here to comfort you. It is here to pull you in, hold you there, and refuse to let go. This is not a love story you watch from a distance. This is a storm you walk into. And as you listen, something important will happen. Your English will improve, not by rules or grammar drills, but by emotion, rhythm, and meaning. You will feel how simple words can carry deep power. You will learn how great stories trap attention and never let it escape. Settle in, because this is not a gentle story. This is a storm disguised as a novel. This is Wuthering Heights, retold slowly, clearly, and vividly, so you can feel the English, breathe the English, and learn how powerful storytelling really works. On the wild, empty moors of northern England, where the wind never seems to rest and the sky always looks restless, there stands a house called Wuthering Heights. Even the name tells you something. Wuthering means strong wind, loud wind, violent wind. This is not a peaceful place. This is a house shaped by weather, isolation, and raw emotion. Stone walls, narrow windows. A place built to survive storms, not to welcome comfort. Long before our main story begins, a man named Mr. Earnshaw owns this house. One day he returns from a long journey, and with him, he brings a strange child. The boy is dark-haired, silent, and clearly not from the same world as the Earnshaw family. No one knows exactly where he came from. He has no family name, no money, no clear past. Mr. Earnshaw calls him Heathcliff. From the very beginning, Heathcliff does not belong. He eats their food, sleeps under their roof, but he is never fully accepted. The servants dislike him. The neighbors distrust him. Even the Earnshaw children react differently to him. Hindley, the son, hates him immediately. Hindley sees Heathcliff as an intruder, someone stealing his father's attention and affection. But Catherine, the daughter, is different. She is wild, stubborn, and full of energy. She recognizes something familiar in Heathcliff, something untamed, something lonely. As children, Catherine and Heathcliff become inseparable. They run across the moors together, just ignoring rules, ignoring society, ignoring consequences. The moors become their world, open, harsh, and free. When they are together, they are equals. No class, no labels, no expectations, just shared rebellion against everything that tries to control them. But childhood does not last. When Mr. Earnshaw dies, everything changes. Hindley becomes the master of Wuthering Heights, and he takes revenge. He strips Heathcliff of any status he had. He forces him to work like a servant. He humiliates him. He beats him. Heathcliff grows up under cruelty, anger burning quietly inside him. Catherine still loves him, still runs with him on the moors, but she also changes. She begins to feel the pull of society. Comfort, beauty, approval. One day, Catherine is injured and taken to a neighboring house called Thrushcross Grange. This house is the opposite of Wuthering Heights. It is warm, elegant, refined. Here lives the Linton family. They speak softly, they dress well, and they value manners and politeness. Catherine stays with them for weeks, and when she returns, she is not the same girl. She speaks differently. She has learned what society expects of her. Heathcliff notices. He feels it immediately. A distance has opened. Edgar Linton, gentle and wealthy, falls in love with Catherine. He offers her safety, comfort, and social respect. Heathcliff offers her intensity, passion, and truth. Catherine is torn. She loves Heathcliff deeply, fiercely, beyond logic. But she also knows that marrying him would trap her in poverty and social rejection. In one of the most important moments of the story, Catherine admits something devastating. She says that loving Heathcliff is like loving herself. He is not just a person to her. He is part of her soul. But she also says she cannot marry him. It would degrade her. It would destroy her position. Heathcliff overhears part of this confession, but not all of it. He hears that she will not marry him. He does not hear that she believes they are the same being. Broken, humiliated, and furious, he disappears into the night. Years pass. When Heathcliff returns, he is no longer a powerless boy. He is wealthy, educated, and dangerous. No one knows how he gained his fortune, but one thing is clear: he is not forgotten, and he is not forgiven. Catherine has married Edgar Linton and now lives at Thrushcross Grange. Her life is comfortable, but something inside her is restless. When Heathcliff reappears, the old fire ignites instantly. Their connection is still there, intense and destructive. Edgar senses the threat immediately. Heathcliff does not hide his intentions. He wants revenge. On Hindley. On Edgar. On the world that crushed him. Heathcliff begins his long, calculated revenge. He manipulates Hindley, encouraging his weakness for gambling and alcohol, until Hindley loses everything, and now including Wuthering Heights itself. Heathcliff takes ownership of the house that once reduced him to nothing. Power shifts, but the pain does not fade. Catherine, caught between two worlds and two men, begins to break. Her emotions overwhelm her body. She grows ill. She refuses to eat. She loses her sense of reality. Love, regret, anger, and longing consume her. Heathcliff and Catherine meet one last time in her illness. Their reunion is not peaceful. It is raw, painful, and desperate. They accuse each other. They cling to each other. They cannot exist together, and they cannot exist apart. Catherine dies after giving birth to a daughter, also named Catherine, often called Cathy. Heathcliff is shattered. His grief is violent and unending. He begs her ghost to haunt him. He does not want peace. He wants her presence, even if it is torture. From this moment on, Heathcliff becomes something darker. His love transforms fully into obsession. The story does not end with Catherine's death. It stretches across generations, showing how unresolved pain poisons the future. Hindley dies, broken and ruined. His son, Hareton, is left in Heathcliff's care. Heathcliff raises him not with kindness, but with cruelty, denying him education and dignity, repeating the cycle of abuse that once shaped him. Edgar raises young Cathy with love and gentleness, shielding her from the darkness of Wuthering Heights for as long as possible. But fate, in this story, always circles back. Cathy eventually meets Hareton and Heathcliff's sickly son, Linton. Heathcliff manipulates the younger generation as pieces in his revenge. He forces Cathy into marriage with Linton to secure his control over Thrushcross Grange. Linton dies soon after, weak and miserable. Cathy is left trapped at Wuthering Heights, surrounded by bitterness and cruelty. Yet something unexpected happens. Cathy and Hareton, both victims of Heathcliff's revenge, begin to connect. Unlike the previous generation, their bond grows slowly and gently. Cathy teaches Hareton to read. Hareton learns to soften. Where Heathcliff and Catherine burned like fire, Cathy and Hareton grow like quiet sunlight after a storm. Heathcliff watches this with confusion. His revenge is complete. He owns both houses. His enemies are gone. But satisfaction never comes. Instead, he becomes haunted. Catherine's memory consumes him. He sees her everywhere. He loses interest in cruelty. His body weakens as his mind drifts toward the past. In the end, Heathcliff dies alone, still obsessed, still longing. He is buried beside Catherine, and the wind continues to howl across the moors. The final image of the story is quiet. Cathy and Hareton plan to leave Wuthering Heights and start a new life together. The cycle of hatred finally breaks. This is why Wuthering Heights refuses to disappear. It is not a soft love story. It is a lesson about obsession, class, pride, and the danger of unhealed wounds. It shows how pain spreads when no one stops it, and how one generation can choose differently. And here's the part most people miss. This story also teaches you how English storytelling really works. Short sentences create power. Repetition creates rhythm. Contrast creates emotion. Storm and silence. Love and hate. Freedom and imprisonment. You don't need perfect English to tell a powerful story. You need clarity. You need feeling. You need courage. If this story helped you understand English more clearly, feel the language more deeply, or imagine telling stories like this yourself, stay here. More stories are coming. Stories that make English stick. Stories that turn listening into learning. Stories that stay with you long after the video ends. The wind still blows across the moors, but not every storm has to last forever.